Protecting your right to bear arms. Several of our local counties have joined others around the nation in becoming a Second Amendment sanctuary. Now, the move is aimed in part to combat red flag laws.
Now, those are laws designed to keep guns away from people who are considered dangerous. Channel 9's Dave Faraday looking into both sides of this growing debate.
Sheriff Chris Bowman is a strong supporter of gun rights, leading the effort to turn Alexander into a Second Amendment sanctuary county. But after this 911 call, where a woman fired shots at two cell tower workers, he's opened to ideas about keeping guns away from someone experiencing mental health issues.
I've got a lady across the street that's been yelling and raising hell since we've been here that we're on her property, and now there's shots been fired. I've got two guys on the tower.
Fortunately, neither worker was struck by the gunfire. Susan Moose was later charged with misdemeanor assault with a deadly weapon. But there isn't a law in North Carolina that would have allowed deputies to take Moose's weapons prior to the shooting, even though there were earlier warning signs when she called the sheriff's office.
Saying that she's hearing voices from that tower, they're sending signals, this type thing, and it concerns me that she had a weapon.
State Representative Marsha Morey strongly supports red flag laws, which say a judge can give law enforcement permission to temporarily remove a gun if someone is found to be dangerous or at risk for suicide.
I was a former judge, and many times after a tragic event, people would testify, I knew this was going to happen. I heard threats. I knew there was a risk of danger.
Already, 17 states have passed versions of the red flag law. The first was Connecticut in 1999, and it was there Duke University professor Dr. Jeffrey Swanson researched the impact of what's known as extreme risk protection orders. He studied more than 750 cases where firearms were removed and determined the law helped prevent suicides.
We were able to determine in our study that for every 10 to 20 of these gun removal actions, one life was saved. So that's what's in the balance of risk and rights.
But not everyone supports red flag laws. Paul Vallone is president of Grassroots North Carolina. He believes the measures go too far.
Many times, the person being subjected to a gun confiscation order doesn't even know it's taking place until the police show up at his door.
Red flag laws do allow the gun owner a hearing within 5 to 7 days where they can try to prove to a judge they should get their guns back. Shannon Linden owns a gun shop in Alexander County and spoke with us about the proposed law.
If there's a mental health issue, I feel like the person does not deserve to own a firearm. It's my personal opinion, but it's a logical decision.
Morey filed a bill in North Carolina last year that allows both law enforcement and family members to petition the courts when someone is exhibiting dangerous, erratic behavior. For now, her extreme risk protection legislation remains tied up in committee.
I'm afraid the dialogue comes up after something terrible happens again. I hope we don't have to wait for that.
I'm Dave Faraday, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.